I'ma test this out. Keep in mind that I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my shit.
Hi guys, it is Chariti Sinae and I am back with another video. Okay, so here to do like a chit chat while I do my hair. I just washed it. Y'all want to see what I washed it with? Probably. Okay, so I used, okay, hold on, let's focus. Thanks. I used my African Pride Moisture Miracle. And so this has honey and coconut oil in it. It hydrates and elongates the natural coils and curls. Okay, it's sulfate free, if anyone wanted to know that. However, that was like 2 hours ago, so my hair is back dry. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take my handy dandy. I just wanted to talk about my hair journey, like how cutting my hair off has been so helpful to me in many ways. Okay, let's focus and let's not be dropping off my shoulders, please. But yeah, I cut my hair in, honestly, I thought I cut my hair in 2020, which I think I did. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I went back on my Instagram to see my first post with when I cut my hair, because first I just did a big chop and I didn't shave it off completely. Well, I didn't shave it, but just do the big buzz cut that I did. It was like this length or like an inch longer, maybe. Probably not an inch, a centimeter longer when I cut it the first time. So I just had a TWA. And my first post was in January the 18th of last year, 2021. But I think low-key I cut it in December. I could be wrong. Because it's just given longer than, either way it's not that much longer. If you cut it in December of 2020 versus December 2021. Like, and this is the Main Choice conditioner, the 3-in-1 Revitalize and Refresh conditioner. And you can use this as a co-wash, leave-in, or detangler. But yeah, so I did the big chop January of last year, and I completely cut it all off in June of last year, 2021. And so y'all can go back and take a look if you want, because it's not that far down on my Instagram page, like at all, because I don't upload as much as I used to, you know. These last 2 years have truly been different for me as far as feeling like I constantly gotta upload and everything, but we're not gonna get into that in this video. Okay, so I'm using the Doe We Want Easy Texture Tamer, and this is a leave-in conditioner and a smoothing lotion. And so it hydrates and it's anti-frizz. But why did I cut my hair? I believe I uploaded a video on that I'll have like at the end if y'all want to watch that and just click on it. But yeah, long story short, I had been thinking about cutting my hair. Like, I think I gave myself a year or so. I've always thought about cutting my hair, and I've always wondered what I would look with short hair anyway. As far as my looks, I would like to say I'm pretty risky. Like, I will go from one end to the next when it comes to the spectrum, honey. I just don't care. One, because, and I think that's where my confidence truly comes from. I'm very expressive in my looks, like my appearance, you know, from my hair to my makeup to my clothes. Like, that's just how I truly express myself, especially my hair though. Like, I'll do a beat face, whatever, and it'd be nothing. But yeah, my hair, I've always liked coloring it. I've shaved this whole side of my head off. Well, just like this corner. Like, I don't want to say I did the Cassie with it, because I think she had like a whole, like she went deep. I don't know if I might be mistaken. I probably forgot, but yeah, no, I just had this whole like corner, and I think it was over here, that whole corner completely cut off. I've cut my hair like chin length before. I could take this off now. Like, I'm done spraying it. I've colored my hair many times. Many times. But other than that, I've just never been afraid to experiment and just do it with high hopes, you know, honestly. And so when it came to completely cutting my hair off, I obviously knew that would be a different look. Like, completely. And so even though it was something I was always like curious about, I was like, okay, well, you know, because I've always had a lot of hair, you know, from a little girl. You know, my mom was a cosmetologist, you know, followed in mommy's footsteps. But she was a cosmetologist. She went to cosmetology school, just like me, basically. So she was always the one to take care of me and my sister's hair. So she would keep it healthy. You know, we had long hair. It wasn't like long, like, no. But we were known to have long, healthy hair, you know. So, because she just took care of it. And she would always tell us, because we would hate getting our ends trimmed, she would always tell us, it's not about the length, it's about the health. Okay, so one of them, scissor happy, okay? So even though, honestly, I was nervous, being that, you know, I was used to having hair on my head. Like, when I moved to Texas, though, and my hair became my own responsibility, I moved to Texas in 2016, yeah. And my hair became my own responsibility. I can honestly say that was the downfall, because I had my spurts, like my moments where I would do good and I would be consistent with taking care of my hair, but then I would have my moments where I wasn't, and I'm like, ew. And so it got dry and damaged, and you know, I had a long period where I wasn't taking care of my hair because I didn't care about my hair. That's one thing about it. I didn't care about it, like, to hell with it, basically. I'm telling you, if I'm ever in the middle of talking and somebody pick up their wine glass and start drinking and do this, it's on sight. Like, it's literally going to trigger me into a new oblivion. Cause what? Oh, what I just used was my Kinky curling custard. It's a natural styling gel you could use to define your curls. I love this stuff. Expensive, but I love it. I mean, honestly, it's a little pricey. I wouldn't say expensive, it's just pricey. And then now I'm gonna go in with African Pride again. Let me show you. And this is the Moisture Miracle Rose Water and Argan Oil Soft and Smooth Curl Mousse. So this sets, holds, and adds shine to natural coils and curls. Okay, but yeah, I stopped taking care of it. I didn't care about my hair for real. Like, not like that anymore. Cause and I would say it really started happening in maybe 2018, maybe 2019. My timelines are never accurate. That's one thing about it. But I would just put my hair in a bun. Like, just brush it back, gel it down into a bun, two buns, a top bun, a low bun. It was just getting in a bun, okay? And yeah, I would say that happened in 2019. And in 2018, I was just more so like reliant on the puff. You know, with the natural girls, they like to take the headband and have that big puff. I would say that's where I was with it in 2018. And my hair just kind of started getting very dry because I wouldn't wash it when it needed to be washed. I wouldn't really put no product in it other than styling gel to gel it back or up. And so this side of my hair, or was it this side? I want to say this side. One of these sides just started becoming very thin. It started becoming thinner than the other. You know, I still didn't care. I was just like, I'm putting it in the bun anyway, so it's not like... And then I just kind of, in 2019, I went through a patch where I had to release a lot of my past, including people. Like, I had to let a lot of people go that I thought were going to be in my life forever. They're still living, you know. But, you know, just people I didn't know wouldn't be in my life after a certain point. You know, people come in your life and they play their part. You know, God sent people in your life, and who knows how long they're meant to be there. Who knows how long things are meant to last, you know. But people and things are seasonal. And I learned that in 2019. That was my biggest lesson. And as I was kind of just accepting that and coming to terms with my past and realizing that history is not for you to hold on or cling on to a future. History is for the moment that it is, the moment that it was, everything that it was, you know. Why was it? And, you know, rather than clinging on to it and trying to force something going forward, which will end up being very unhealthy and toxic, I had to realize that, you know, sometimes acceptance is better. And just accepting, you know, everything for what it was, a friendship, a relationship, you know, or just something else besides that. I don't know. You know, I gotten out of the whole, oh, but we've been through too much, you know, because that's what people like to say. We've been through too much to let it die, to give up, to leave it behind. And instead of just realizing, you know, look at all that you've been through, accept it and appreciate it, and realize that it's no longer. And that's what I went through. I went through a whole acceptance stage in 2019, and I was just like, you know what, I think my hair has a lot to do with this as well. You know, hair, they say hair holds energy. They say hair is a spiritual journey. Hair can carry spirits. And so that's why at the top of 2020, I was like, you know, I'm going to do a big chop, because for me to have, for me to have created this unattachment to my hair, like I was just no longer interested. I felt like it was very symbolic to where I was when it came to my past and what I was used to. I felt like, you know, it just kind of represented all that I was going through at the time and my circumstances. And I was just like, you know, while I'm releasing everything that no longer serves a purpose, let me release this hair too, because I no longer cared for it. I no longer needed it or wanted it. And that's exactly how I felt with my current circumstances at that time. Not current, with my circumstances at that time. I felt like, you know, it's time to let go of all of this, because I'm just holding on to it for the sake of not being lonely, you know. And I want to talk about that too, but I think I'll do my makeup and talk about that. You know, the being alone versus being lonely conversation. But, yeah, so I cut it at the top of 2020, and I felt so good. When I cut it, it was no, like, emotions with it. Like, I cut my hair, and I was like, all right, let's just keep going. We about to see what's up, you know. I wasn't scared. I didn't worry about how I would look afterwards. I was just excited to continue the process. Kind of like how I was in my life. I was excited to continue on with my journey, even though I just cut everybody off. I was starting over. I was choosing myself for once. I'm like, well, you here now, so, but let's just keep going, because I didn't doubt myself for a minute, and I don't, you know. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm very optimistic. You know, I'm very adventurous, spontaneous, and I'm an Aries moon, so I can definitely be impulsive. You know, fire signs is just, so yeah, I was just excited to continue to go forward, and so I did that, and everything was good. Everything was great. You know, I cut it off, except I put this bright red in my hair. Like I said, y'all can go back to my Instagram, where I might insert a picture. I might. Okay, I'm a very lazy editor. Okay, I don't like to edit. But yeah, you know, and honestly, the only thing I thought about after I did the big chop was I want to cut it some more, because I had, you know, got a better look at my head shape, and I was like, okay, no, I could go ahead and do a buzz cut, like just go ahead and cut it all off. Because yeah, when I had cut my hair like completely all off, I already knew that I wanted to go platinum blonde. Even when I cut it, my TWA, I went red first because I didn't want to do too much. But I already knew that platinum blonde was definitely a moment that I wanted to have. But if anything, I just saw myself more, you know, and I realized that women in general, I hate that we are tied to our hair, you know, especially because I think that's a seed that was sown by men. Men think that without your hair, what do you have? Like most men do. And so as a woman, you know, it really does. So I see, especially black women, it's just like, sir, I can cut my hair. I had so many boys that I went to school with hop in my DM. Why would you cut off all that pretty hair? You know, you still look good, but why would you cut your hair off? Like, you have beautiful hair. If I still look good, why are you here? But I mean, you still look good, but why would you? No. I had so many dudes that I grew up with, or that I went to school with, or that I met while I had hair, who immediately hopped in my DM. And I can't tell you, you know, over time I have reconnected with people who are no longer here, who I saw you cut your hair off. I was about to say, Charity, let that grow back. Charity, let that grow back. What? No. Why would you cut your hair? I mean, but it's time to let it grow back. No, it's not, sir. Cause why? I didn't say it was time. Men, they swear they can let you know what to do. Like, they can tell you what you should do. Don't tell me what I'm better at, nigga. You don't know me. You know, but for the most part, that's it. I got a lot of love from females, of course, but I got, you know, men questioning me, boys questioning me. But however, I never not once worried about how people would feel. You know, as long as I look in the mirror, which is right in front of me, and I look at myself and I just still think I'm beautiful as ever. And I love me with no hair. Like, I'm embracing her so much more, way much more than me with hair. I love this Charity. I love the light that this Charity is in versus the darkness of the past Charity who wanted to keep up with society's standards. And this Charity just, I've always shown myself that I'm bold, and at the end of the day, I'm going to do what Charity wants to do. I've always been that way. But this Charity, since 2019, she's been showing me some real other stuff. Like, the amount of self-love, the amount of respect and appreciation that I've grown for exactly who I am, not just on the outside, but who I am as a person and everything that is within, is just so beautiful to me. And I'm so excited to continue to grow and acknowledge myself when I'm doing so, but also just accepting myself in every single phase that I am in. I think right now this Charity is more fearless than ever. She's more beautiful than ever. She's more brave, more confident, way more confident, you know, and she's just doing her thing. Like, I am taking my time with life, but I'm not letting pressure get to me anymore as far as where I think I should be, what I think I should be doing, what I think I should have accomplished by now. I just think that I'm in my chill era where I'm just letting life happen, because life is always happening for me and not to me. I've accepted that where I am right now is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Why? Because God put me here, okay? God knows the end at the beginning, you know, and I'm like, okay, even though it don't make sense all the time, you know, I'm here where I am for a reason, and I'm just gonna love me through it. That's the only thing I could do right now, is just love me through it and live through it and get through it and just accept it for what it is, you know? But I think that this big hair chop, even when I cut it all off, come on, NDRE, had to cut it all off. Okay, if you, I Am Not My Hair, go listen to it by NDRE. Yeah, I think that definitely helped me get here as well. I think that played a huge part, because I've been in this transformation stage since the top of 2020, I'll say, when I started actively working, you know, more than just accepting, because acceptance and work are two different things. So I started actively working on me. You got it? In 2020. And I think that, you know, that's so beautiful, because change and transformation is inevitable and it doesn't end. It's never ending. But as long as you're willing to accept what comes with that and work through it, actually apply it to your life, I think that's the most beautiful part of it all. And that's why my biggest lesson for these past 2 years have just been to enjoy the journey and embrace the journey. Don't make it about the destination, because it will mess you up. Okay, that's where the pressure kicks in. That's where the discouragement kicks in, because you're so busy worried about the destination instead of just accepting yourself through the phases that it takes to get there, you know, which is the journey. And I'm learning to love me through it, to lift me up through it. And when I'm feeling down, if I just need to feel down for a day, I'm going to give myself that. I ain't got too long to feel down, because I don't want to get down and stay down, you know. But I'm just learning, as long as you're here living life, it really is a never-ending cycle. Like, for me, it's one big circle, okay? You got to experience the highs and the lows, which is a never-ending wheel, okay? Come on, Wheel of Fortune. But, yeah, I don't know. That's just where I am with it. But, yeah, you know, I just did my edges. I just laid them for TikTok. You can go and check that out, okay? It's Charitisinae _. Hold on, let me go check. No, for real. It's definitely Charitisinae _ if you are interested in that. I'm just laying my edges. But yeah, that's really what I wanted to get on here and talk about. Just please relax. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about my hair journey so far. It's about to be 2 years in January. It's November, birthday next week, big Sag, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's about to be 2 years, and so far the journey is treating me very well. I even spoke about this on TikTok. I was like, I did explain how, you know, I don't know when I'm going to completely, you know, commit to growing my hair out, because, well, for one, I like it short like this, but two, I want to make sure that when I start growing it out, I can consistently take care of it as it grows, you know. I don't know. My hair grows pretty fast. My eyebrows are already in. I'm about to lighten these back because I don't like when my eyebrows like that blonde on that black like that with eyebrows. To me, it just don't look good on me. But yeah, I just wanted to get on and really just talk about my journey so far and how I've been appreciating it right now. I like my hair exactly where it is, and I just cut my hair, like a good cut, before I lightened it. So yeah, whenever I want that responsibility of having a consistent, dedicated routine to hair and making sure it grows in healthy and all of that, then I'll start. But right now I just don't know when, and I don't even care. It'll happen when it happens. I don't want to say I hid behind my hair, but it definitely, for a long time, I felt like it played up my beauty. I don't feel like having short hair plays down anyone's beauty. I feel like this has enhanced mine. So I'm good where I'm at, you know. You don't need hair to look beautiful. You don't need hair to feel beautiful. Do what you want and own it. I think when you do what you want to do, when you do what makes you happy and you own it, you have confidence doing it. Like, there's a difference between someone cutting their hair because they wanted to, but as soon as they know they're getting around some people, they're like, oh, they start looking self-conscious, waiting on the first critique, criticism, negative opinion, whatever. I think that's when it goes wrong. But when you own your happiness, you take control of it, and you look happy while doing it, I think that's the most beautiful thing you could ever do for yourself. And that's where I am. I think, you know, especially how I own it, how I flaunt it, it helps. Yeah. Okay, with that being said, follow me on Instagram at Chariti Sinae. That's really all I wanted to get on and talk about. So if you needed a sign to cut your hair, if you were thinking about it, this is your sign. This is your sign to cut your hair. Chop it off. Chop it all off. Go for it. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. And thank you all so much for watching. Please comment down below. Let me know what you would like to see from me on my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And please be sure to turn on your post notifications so you will be notified whenever I do upload. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.